I have been on a healing path, for a while now. I have a 3.5-year-old daughter who I feel like once she was born, that's when my healing path kind of began. But if you've been following me, you know that I've been so excited about this new endeavor that I am embarking on, which is yoga teacher training. And I had it all set for the summer. It was a yoga intensive. I was going to be going on 7 weekends over the summer. My kids were taken care of. It was like the perfect setup, right? And then I got the call from the amazing yoga instructor and her studio, which she's fabulous. Like, she's truly light, that I was the only one that enrolled, and she felt it wasn't ethical to just do a yoga teacher training with one person. And I can completely understand that. I can understand where she's coming from. However, that led me yesterday to being very upset and emotional. And the old me would have been like, suck it up. Like, why are you being so tough on yourself? Like, or why are you feeling those emotions? Or, there's so many people worse off, right? Hey. But the new me allowed myself to feel those emotions, right? We're human. We all have different things going on. And we have a right to feel the emotions that we're feeling. We shouldn't be shoving them in and judging them, right? Have you ever judged some of the emotions that you've had? Yesterday I was like, I'm not judging these emotions. I'm human. I have a right to feel these emotions. And I was mad. I was upset. I was frustrated. I was like, what? I had this whole plan. I'm a teacher. I used to teach before I got into health coaching, wellness guide, you name it. I've been expanding for many, many years, but I had a plan, and the plan backfired. So today I kind of wanted to share with you. The title of this video is going to be called Realign, Remember, Run. And what I mean by that is when you get hit across the head or something happens, you had a plan and something happens and you get knocked down, you have some. My husband's calling me right now. How dare him? You have choices. You can sit there and play the victim role and say, why me? This sucks. Which I mean in the long term. Like, I'm not talking about having the emotions for the moment. I'm talking about for weeks and weeks and weeks and letting it go and stay stuck in you. I think you have to go flow through the emotions first and then figure out what you want. Realign, remember, run. So this morning, even last night, I was like, all right, there is a silver lining here. There is a gift. That is the vibration I'm holding. I'm not going to hold the low vibration of why me, right? The victim vibration, I'm raising the vibration. There's a gift here. There's going to be a gift here. I'm worthy of whatever's meant to be, and the universe has something better for me, right? So when you are dealing with something that you're like, damn, that sucks. Remember, there's a gift waiting. Okay, something better is meant to happen. Maybe you're being saved from something that wasn't supposed to occur. Always look for the silver lining. So I woke up, I was like, yeah, this is a gift. This is meant to be. I'm not going to force this, right? And really meditate on it and think it through. However that looks for you. We all look differently and act differently. So I got realigned. I'm like, all right, this isn't going to work out the way I planned. And I know that something better will occur. And so then I started to remember who I am. I'm like, remember who you are. I am enough. I am enough. You are enough just as you are today. And so I started to, yesterday when I was in my emotional wave, I was like, what am I going to do now? My life, how I'm almost turning 40, all the ego, right? I want to expand my business and now I have nothing. What am I going to do? Oh my gosh, my summer, I have my kids planned. I have everything planned. I just want to throw in the towel, all of those things. And when it comes down to it, we have to remember that we are enough. We are enough. We don't need outside sources or certifications or things that are outside of us to prove that. No matter what know right now that you are enough. And so I just had to remind myself of that this morning. I'm enough. Okay. I don't need a yoga certification to prove I'm enough. I don't need someone else thinking, oh, you're great because you have this certification and blah, 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 blah. What is important is that we do the work on ourselves to get to the point where we know we're enough. And I was like, okay, I'm solution savvy. I can come up with a solution for this. I am a very smart person. I am very entrepreneurial. I'm going to come up for a solution. What can I do in the meantime? So I'm like, okay, the yoga teacher training fell through. I can do it in September. It may last a whole year. I might not get certified until next May. But what can I do in the meantime? Because I'm enough as it is. And I found a online yoga teacher training that I can do. And then the ego started working, right? Oh God, well, what are people? It was all these questions I kept coming up. Well, what are people going to say if I don't have a yoga in-person certification? What if it's not enough that I'm getting it online? What if I get judged? What if they don't think I know enough? And it just kept leading me back to what I just said. I'm enough. I'm enough. Like, you are enough. We don't need to think about what others are thinking, because that's going to stop us in our tracks, and it's not going to allow us to go after what our purpose is and what our passions are. So I'm telling you first, this is my plan. I believe I haven't fully gone through the emotional wave of, if you follow human design, I love human design. I have an authority of an emotional solar plexus, which means I don't have the gut response to just say yes or no right away. I have to follow my emotional wave. I have to think about the decision that I'm going to make when I'm really high on my wave. And I have to think about my decision that I'm going to make when I'm really low on the wave. And then when I'm even keeled, I can finally make my decision. And I know this, right? So I'm like going through the wave. I'm like, I think I'm going to do an online yoga teacher training, even though my ego is saying, well, what if people think that that's not a real training? What if, I get have people call me out and say, well, you're not really a yoga teacher. All those that's ego coming in. I'm going to do it. That's what I'm going to do. I'm enough as it is right now, right? And then come September, I will go through the in-person yoga teacher training until May, and I'm just going to flow with it, right? And so the last part of my topic here was realign, remember, run. Now, run or walk, I'm just using the R's, run. What we tend to do is we tend to be fearful and just don't do anything. I am one who has had that happen to me many times. And I think of all the goals and actions and dreams that I just let fizzle. How many dreams in your life have you let fizzle where you're like, man, if I would have just taken action, if I wouldn't have allowed other people's thoughts to affect me, right? Run, do something, take some sort of action. And so today I was like, all right, I sat down, I journaled. What is my business going to look like now that this has occurred? And what action steps can I take today to grow closer to my purpose? And that is what I've decided to do. I'm not going to play the victim. You don't have to play the victim. You have a choice in your life when you get hit, right? So I hope that helps you with anything that you're going through in your life. Realign, okay? Think of the silver lining. Think of, okay, there's a gift in this challenge. We all have challenges, you guys. It's not just you. So realign. What is the gift? What am I trying to learn here? What better is going to come along? And believe it. You're worthy of it. Remember who you are. You are enough. I don't need anybody else telling me that I need an in-person yoga teacher certification. It is my ego working here. I know I'm enough. I know that this is what I'm meant to do. I've worked on it. I've done the inner work, right? This is part of what I'm supposed to do. I'm enough as it is, right? You are enough as it is, and run. Run or walk or crawl. Take some action towards what your passion is right now, what your purpose is. And I was talking about this with my husband today because I finally was getting so anxiety, like stress in my heart today when I was starting to work on all this and all my list of, I'm just a list maker and I want to do and I want to help people and I want to help women get to their purpose in life. And I was getting overwhelmed. So I was like, all right, Jeff, you want to go out to lunch? Let's go out to lunch. Let's change the subject. And you have a right to change the subject. You have a right to take a break, all of those things. But do not quit. Do not quit on yourself. We are all meant to do something amazing on this planet, and we have a purpose. And I've learned through all of my struggles and my wellness background that I'm meant to be here to help you remember what your purpose is here and to guide you into unpeeling the layers to find that purpose. Because that's what I've been through. If you've heard my story, I'm not going to get into it right now, but that is the journey that I have been on for so long. And I've gone through the hard work. I've done the inner work. I'm still doing the inner work. And it never stops. You're constantly realigning until the day you die. We don't just get to the place and then, yay, we're there. No, we're constantly realigning. We're constantly remembering. We're constantly running. It's never ending until the last day we're on earth. So don't feel that pressure that you're gonna get there. Like, I'm almost 40. Like, I always play this like game like, oh, I'm almost 40 and I'm still discovering myself. Damn straight. I mean, if I was almost 40 and not doing anything to work on myself, that would be sad, right? So we're always rediscovering, we're always realigning and running and going to our next evolution point in growing, okay? So if you have any questions, feel free to message me. Thank you for your support, those that have been like messaging me being like, I'm so sorry. It's good. It's all good. It's a gift, right? And if you are really into finding your love, light, and purpose, as I like to call it, and you really are at that point in your life where you're like, I know there's more. Like, I know that I'm meant to be doing more. I'm not feeling fulfilled. I'm not passionate. I'm feeling stuck. Join my group, my free ongoing group, Love, Light, and Purpose. We talk about spiritual things. We talk about choosing love over fear. We talk about a tool that I love called Human Design that has helped me so much really realign with who I am. And I was struggling so much with figuring that out, especially after kids, that the tool of Human Design has been a gift. And so I'm here now to pay it forward. I'm a couple steps ahead of you, and I'm here to help you realign and remember who you are as well. So, with that being said, I hope you have a fabulous weekend, and you got this. You got this. All right. All right. Bye, guys.